Detailed summary of each chapter in Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Chapter 1, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In this chapter, Kiyosaki introduces the two most influential figures in his life, his rich dad, his best friend's father, who was a successful businessman, and his poor dad, his biological father, who was a highly educated but struggled financially. Kiyosaki highlights the differences in their attitudes towards money and work and argues that learning from his rich dad's mindset was instrumental in his own financial success. Chapter 2, The Rich Don't Work for Money. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of financial education and argues that many people are stuck in the rat race of working hard for a paycheck, instead of working towards building their own assets and financial independence. He explains that the rich focus on building assets that generate passive income, such as real estate, stocks, or businesses, and that they prioritize financial education and taking calculated risks over job security. Chapter 3, Why Teach Financial Literacy? In this chapter, Kiyosaki reflects on the lack of financial education in the traditional school system and argues that it's crucial for individuals to take control of their own financial education. He provides examples of how financial literacy can make a significant difference in one's financial future and highlights the importance of taking responsibility for one's own financial well-being. Chapter 4, The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. Kiyosaki provides a brief overview of the history of taxes and how they have historically been used to benefit corporations and the wealthy. He argues that understanding the tax laws and using them to one's advantage is essential for building wealth, and that many successful businesses have been built around finding legal ways to minimize taxes. Chapter 5, The Rich Invent Money. Kiyosaki argues that the rich don't rely solely on traditional sources of income, such as a salary, but instead, they create their own opportunities to generate wealth. He provides examples of how successful entrepreneurs have invented new products, services, or business models to generate profits, and encourages readers to cultivate their own entrepreneurial spirit. Chapter 6, Work to Learn, Don't Work for Money. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of continuous learning and self-education as a way to improve one's financial prospects. He argues that traditional schooling often focuses too much on memorizing information rather than developing practical skills and knowledge that can be applied in the real world. He encourages readers to seek out opportunities to learn new skills, whether through work experience or self-education. Chapter 7, Overcoming Obstacles. Kiyosaki discusses common obstacles that can prevent individuals from achieving financial success, such as fear, laziness, and lack of self-discipline. He emphasizes the importance of facing these obstacles head-on and developing the mindset and habits necessary to overcome them. Chapter 8, Getting Started. Kiyosaki provides practical advice for getting started on the path to financial independence, such as assessing one's financial situation, setting clear goals, and creating a budget. He also highlights the importance of taking calculated risks and being willing to fail in pursuit of success. Chapter 9, Still Want More? Here are some to-dos in this chapter. Kiyosaki provides a list of action items for readers to take in order to continue their financial education and work towards financial independence. He recommends seeking out mentors, networking with other like-minded individuals, and continually seeking out new learning opportunities. Chapter 10, I'm Not That Smart. How Can I Make Millions? Kiyosaki argues that success in the financial realm is less about intelligence or education and more about mindset, discipline, and perseverance. He provides examples of successful entrepreneurs who started with limited resources or limited education, but who were able to build wealth by focusing on their strengths, developing skills, and taking calculated risks. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of finding one's own unique strengths and interests, and using them to create value in the marketplace. Chapter 11, The 10 Investor Controls. Kiyosaki outlines 10 key principles that successful investors use to build wealth, including the importance of taking responsibility for one's own financial decisions, focusing on cash flow over capital gains, and diversifying one's investments. He encourages readers to study and practice these principles in order to become successful investors. Chapter 12, The Market. Kiyosaki provides an overview of the stock market and how it can be used as a tool for building wealth. He emphasizes the importance of understanding market trends and investing for the long term, rather than trying to make quick profits by timing the market. Chapter 13, The Power of Myth. Kiyosaki discusses common myths and misconceptions about money and investing, such as the idea that one needs a high income to build wealth, or that one should always aim for a high credit score. He encourages readers to challenge these myths and to focus on developing a solid financial education and strong financial habits. Chapter 14: The History of Banking. Kiyosaki provides a brief history of the banking system and argues that understanding how banks work is essential for building wealth. He explains how banks make money through lending and interest, and highlights the importance of managing one's own debts and credit. Chapter 15: The Miracle of Compound Interest. Kiyosaki explains the concept of compound interest and how it can be used to build wealth over time. He provides examples of how even small investments, when left to grow with compound interest, can eventually become significant sums of money. Chapter 16: The Fifth Law of Gold. Kiyosaki introduces the 5 laws of gold, a set of principles for building and preserving wealth that he learned from his rich dad. He explains the fifth law, which is to protect your investments, and provides examples of how to do so through diversification, asset protection, and risk management. Chapter 17: The 3 Kinds of Money. Kiyosaki explains the 3 different types of money: fake money, such as fiat currency; real money, such as gold or silver; and cash flow, the income generated by assets. He argues that understanding the differences between these types of money is essential for making sound financial decisions. Chapter 18: The Rich Invent Money. Kiyosaki reiterates the importance of creating opportunities to generate wealth, rather than relying solely on a paycheck. He provides examples of how successful entrepreneurs have been able to invent new products or services, and encourages readers to think creatively about how they can add value in the marketplace. Chapter 19: The Rich Network. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of networking and building relationships with other successful individuals in order to learn from them and to create new opportunities. He provides examples of how successful entrepreneurs have been able to leverage their networks to build wealth and create value. Chapter 20: The Rich Plan. Kiyosaki outlines a plan for achieving financial independence, which includes setting clear goals, creating a budget, developing a financial education plan, and taking action towards building assets and generating passive income. He encourages readers to stay focused on their goals and to continually seek out opportunities to learn and grow. Chapter 21: Conclusion. Kiyosaki concludes the book by emphasizing the importance of taking responsibility for one's own financial future and developing the mindset and habits necessary for success. He encourages readers to continue their financial education and to take action towards building wealth.